A 23-year veteran turns his back on the neighborhood, a no-show in downtown LA, and two major Lucha Libre shows clashing this Sunday that will force you to pick a side. My name is Charles Ramos, and today on the Ramos Report, I am taking you inside the show in Azusa over the weekend to explain why a legend of this territory finally snapped. We're also pulling back the curtain on the no-ring show at the Regent this past Monday night. I'll tell you who was there, and more importantly, who wasn't. Stick around for the second half because I've got the logistics you need for this weekend's wars in Chino and East LA, including where to park so you don't get towed and how to secure the last remaining tickets for Andrade versus Carlito over in Huntington Park. Let's get into it. My name is Charles Ramos. This is episode 1 of the Ramos Report on Cali Combat TV, your primary resource for the Southern California wrestling scene. We document the grind. Every Wednesday, we track the wins, the losses, and the local championships that define the territory. We start with the show in Azusa last Friday, January 16th. Results here are verified by cagematch.net. You can find the link in the show notes. Opening match of the night was Kid Destino over Ray Rico. The team of 5150, Danny Limelight, and Slice Boogie defeat El Primogenio and Lucas Riley. Johnny Robbie defeats Lunith Stray. In a championship match, Dom Kubrick defeats Chris Nasty to retain his title. In the heavyweight title match, Alec Thomas defeats Gino Rivera to retain his championship. Now, after the match, the ring was swarmed. El Primogenio and Karma came out to attack an already beaten down Alec Thomas. That's when Zokre appeared. We all thought he was there for the save, but instead, Zokre smashed Alec Thomas with the steel chair, a move that shocked the room and the entire territory. In the main event of the evening, Mariachi Montaña, your new tag team champions after an upset win over Raw Meat. A huge win for them. There was an incident involving Ranchi Rico afterward that I'm still gathering intel on. I'll update you on that once the facts are in. But I have to say that the results don't tell the whole story here. I met Zokre in a backyard in East LA in the year 2000. And for 26 years, I've known him as the most unselfish man in the business, a mentor to everyone. And for everything he's accomplished, he's always put others first. So when I saw him blast Alec Thomas with that chair, I knew that the game had changed. If Zokre is done being the nice guy, the entire hierarchy of SoCal wrestling is in trouble. I've tried to reach out to him all week and got no answer. Stay tuned. I'm still working on getting a word from him. And let's all just stay tuned and see what he has to say. Check out this free app that gets you cash back on gas, restaurants, and groceries. It's called Get Upside. Click the link in the description or use promo code CHARLES84233 to get an extra $2.22 bonus the first time you make a purchase. Once again, code CHARLES84233. Get Upside. Earn on what you need. Spend on what you love. Monday night, we headed to downtown Los Angeles for the No Ring show at the Regent Theater. This was a collision of wrestling and the mosh pit. Here are the boiled down results. The opening match was Dread representing Blood Fighter, and he beat the hell out of a local talent in a pretty dominant squash match. Match 2 was Dale Patrick's going one-on-one with Rob Shit. That one was all over the place. It was pretty crazy. The next match was Hoodfoot versus BJ Connor, aka Barbed Wire Jesus. This one was pretty nuts. It was pretty crazy. There was fire involved. You had to be there for yourself to see that. You also had music by the Lords of Sin. At the end of the night, Nukem played a set, and in the middle of the pit, Hoodfoot and Dale Patrick beat the hell out of each other in the middle of the pit. So if you've ever been to a metal show and where the pit's going crazy, these two guys were fighting in the middle of the pit, and that's the first time I've ever seen that. Note of record, Santana Jackson was a no-show. As always in pro wrestling, the card is subject to change, but we give you the reality of who actually stepped up and fought. Also, I need your eyes on the ground. If you are at the show in Chino or East LA this weekend, as well as Huntington Park, send your arena reports to CaliCombatTV@gmail.com. Tell me what the cameras missed. Hi, join me on the SoFi app. Trade stocks, invest, buy crypto, and much more. All in one app. Get up to $25 cash rewards when you use my link in the description to sign up and check your credit score. SoFi, get your money right. This city is on a collision course. Friday in Chino, you have Slice Boogie versus G Sharp for the gold at the American Legion. This is a 3-year anniversary show, and it will be a war. Sunday is the Lucha Split. You have Extreme Tiger making his debut at the Don Quixote in East LA, while the massive clash between Andrade and Carlito takes place over in Huntington Park. This is the biggest weekend of the month. Parking in Chino is free at the Legion Hall. For Leonardo's in Huntington Park, avoid the valet. If you're early, you can park on Wilson and walk. Check the show notes for direct links to Eventbrite and Ticketon. The report is updated. The intel is yours. I'll be scouting over in East LA this Sunday. And you can head over to charlesramosofficial.com for the full power rankings and follow us at Cali Combat TV on all socials. Support the scene. I am Charles Ramos, and this is Cali Combat.